Okay, y'all, just drop whatever you're doing and turn up your radio, 'cause it's time for Body Love. Here's what happened last time.
Wait a minute. Are you saying he's right? You've got HIV?
Excuse me, I got a customer.
You are not going out there and cutting on anybody's hair.
Let go of me.
I'm not kidding with you.
If you don't shut up and calm down, we're gonna run off what few customers we have. Oh, and you just bought me a new dress.
You're not gonna die in here, Roz. The miracle is coming. I know it.
Well, I haven't given up hope.
Fidelia, why are you sleeping here?
Where am I supposed to sleep?
Well, why don't you come stay at my house?
I don't even have... Wait a minute. Say that again.
I said, why don't you come stay at my house?
Now I know I must be dreaming, because I thought I heard you asking me to set foot under your roof. And I know that can't be right, because
Fidelia,
you and...
I know I overreacted the other day when I learned that you tested positive for HIV. Something inside of me just wanted to hurt you.
Yeah, I figured that part out.
I guess it took me a while to realize the real reason I was mad was because your HIV means you can't give Rosalind the kidney that might save her life.
Uh-huh. And that's what changed your mind?
It was. Of course, Maya helped too.
Oh, she did?
Yeah. I'm embarrassed to admit this, but she reminded me of what I should have never forgotten. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you.
Huh. Good advice.
Words of the Lord came through to me, and I knew. I mean, if it was me with no place to live, I'd want somebody to take me in. Somebody who...
Okay, now, let's not confuse someone who sleeps in the back room of her beauty salon with some bum on the street. Don't want your pity.
Not talking about pity. To be honest, I'm thinking I can use your help.
Uh-huh. Now we're getting to the real point of this.
You know I'm trying to get my blood pressure down so I can be a donor candidate for Roz. If you're staying with me, maybe, I don't know, maybe you can help me succeed the way you have. Roz told me about how you've gotten your weight all the way down from...
Never mind how much I came down from. I don't think I'd make a very good personal trainer, if that's what you're trying to get.
Forget about that. Just think now. Tonight, Saul and TJ are both going to be at Mama Mabel's, so you can just come straight home after we finish today, and you, me, and Maya will just have a nice evening together. Just us girls.
Just us girls.
Doesn't that sound nice?
Vanessa, I think you got to understand.
Doesn't that sound nicer than sleeping on the floor in here with the bugs?
Okay, you got me there. It will be better than sleeping on the floor with the bugs.
Dr. Bruce, telephone, please. Dr. Bruce, telephone, please.
Miles!
Reverend Higgins!
I came up to see Rosalind, but she was sleeping. She left me a message she had some good news I should hear.
Oh, I can tell you about that. Dr. Richards is gonna get her set up for what they call peritoneal dialysis. There's this plastic tube that they can put straight into her abdomen, and they drain out the stuff that her kidneys have stopped filtering. Doctor says this will be a lot easier on her blood veins, and her veins could use a rest.
But I take it there is some risk involved.
Well, Dr. Richards says there's a chance of infection from the surgery, which would be very bad for her, as weak as she is. And there's another risk. Something about some kind of fats building up in her blood.
So have you decided whether or not to have this done?
Oh, they're going to do it first thing tomorrow. So be in prayer about that.
You know you can count on me there.
The hardest part is we know we're just trying to buy her some more time while we try to find a kidney donor for her. So, I got this little brochure for you. Some stuff the doctor gave me about organ donations. I'd appreciate it if you shared this with the folks back at the church.
Certainly. I'll look forward to reading this myself. I have to admit that organ donation is something I've never thought about very much.
Well, neither had I. But now, it's all I ever do think about.
Lord, Fidelia, is your whole life stuffed into these suitcases?
Only the best part of it.
Hey, Fidelia. Whoa, you got a lot of stuff.
Uh-huh. Could you go out to the car and bring the rest of it?
The rest of it?
Maya?
I'm going.
All right. Well, just make yourself at home.
I'm not sleeping on any living room sofa.
Maya's already volunteered to stay down here and let you have her room.
She did.
She did. Go on up and take a look at it.
Believe I will.
Lord, I didn't know she even had this many bags, much less have them packed full of stuff.
She didn't have all this when she left Miles and Rosalind's house. I don't know where all this came from.
Mama, I'm really proud of you right now. You know that?
You are?
Oh, yeah. Taking her in when she's got no place to go and with her HIV.
I'd like to take credit for it, but you were the one who reminded me of how a Christian woman is supposed to behave.
Well, Mama, I was just trying to...
Hey, what happened to you two?
We're just down here talking.
I thought you were bringing my bags up here. I gotta start getting all my stuff unpacked.
And now, if the good Lord is just going to give me the strength to do this without choking her to death.
Before we move on to our weekly announcements, I want to tell you about some important people I've invited to worship with us today. In our congregation today are several representatives of the Alabama Organ Center. Now, I know many of us do not feel comfortable with the idea of donating parts of our bodies to someone else. For some of us, that's because we have the idea that our bodies need to be whole and complete when Jesus comes back. Amen. Others of us often feel we cannot trust the medical establishment. But whatever objection you may have to organ donation, I want to urge you to put that aside and reflect on what I'm about to tell you now. This week, our brother, Miles Armstrong, shared a brochure with me. Information about the kind of kidney transplant our sister Rosalind so badly requires.
Yes, Lord, yes.
What I read in the brochure shocked and astounded me. At this moment, there are more than 50,000 people waiting for a kidney transplant on the national waiting list. On average, 10 people die every day while waiting for an organ transplant. Every 16 minutes, someone's name is added to the waiting list. Right now, more than 2,000 Alabamians are on the waiting list. And brothers and sisters, the percentage of African Americans who donate organs, the number is pitifully small. In this way, we have let our brothers and sisters down, abandoned them when they needed us the most.
Lord, help us, Father.
Well, I have always intended to be registered as an organ donor. Always said, that's something I'm gonna do one of these days. But now I see I have waited long enough. Right after we dismiss, I am sitting down right here in this front pew with these folks from the Alabama Organ Center. Now, you can join me or not. That's up to you. But just speaking for myself, I have waited long enough.
Amen.
All right, man.
Amen.
All right.
Vanessa, tell me that smell ain't what I think it is.
It's bacon. Lean bacon?
Bacon frying. Clogs my arteries just thinking about it.
Well,
You weren't kidding. You really don't know anything about getting your blood pressure down.
Well, would you like some coffee?
Is it decaf?
No, but we can get some later.
Never mind. How about juice? You have got juice.
No, sorry.
I'm gonna starve around here. Well, we're going to have to make a trip to the store.
That'll be great. I'd like it if... What are you doing?
Looking for something decent to eat. I've never seen so much junk in one kitchen.
Junk.
Junk. No vegetables, no fruit. All of this pre-packaged fattening crap. It's no wonder you have high blood pressure and thunder thighs.
Thunder thighs. Okay. Well, let's just make out a grocery list. And remember, we have to do this on a very tight budget, especially since business is down at bodylove.
Look, eating right doesn't cost any more than eating all the pre-packaged garbage. You just have to plan. I see why you really wanted me to come live here. Keep you from eating yourself to death.
Lord, I am asking you again for the gift of patience.
Oh, Mom, what are you cooking bacon for? We never have bacon.
Open that trash can for me.
Oh, okay.
I was trying to be nice and fry some bacon and eggs for Fidelia.
Oh, none of that's on her diet.
I didn't know that. I know now.
Now remember, Mrs. Armstrong, this catheter may be uncomfortable for a while, and that's perfectly normal. But if you notice any drainage, swelling, or experience any severe pain, you ring for one of us and we'll be right in, okay?
Don't worry. If I experience any severe pain, you better believe I'll ring for you.
Okay, Roz, you and me got to talk.
Girl, don't you ever knock?
Uh-oh, bad time.
I'll just leave you two alone.
My sweet-natured sister gets cranky for about 1 hour every 2 weeks. And wouldn't you know, that's the time I always pick to visit.
I'll be at the nurse's station.
So they get that catheter thing put into you?
Yeah, look. It's kind of neat how they just kind of
Whoa! I did not want to see that.
Okay.
You just cover that back up.
So, you blew in here like you had something on your mind. You gonna clue me in, or am I supposed to guess?
No, there's nothing. You know, I'm just tired. That beauty salon of yours is really kicking my butt.
I bet it is. And I bet I know my baby sister well enough to know when something is eating her up from inside out.
Look, don't worry about me. Last thing I need is somebody else worrying about me.
What are you talking about?
Okay, look. I had to move in somewhere, and I wound up in the last place I wanted to be, which is under the same roof with Vanessa. That's what I'm talking about.
Don't tell me you two are still fighting.
No, the fighting I don't mind because I always win. But she's going out of her way, morning, noon, and night to be my best friend. She cooks for me, and she washes my clothes, and she's driving me out of my skull. And I know, all of this is just because I told her I'm HIV positive. She wouldn't be all nice like this except for that.
Oh, gosh. Well, then I'd say you know what you have to do. You are going to have to tell her the truth. Now, you better be here again next time to hear what's gonna happen on Body Love.